good. Yes, sir.
I think one thing that's on a lot of people's mind is obviously that Alabama game from last year. This time you're going into their territory. Has that been on the radar at all? Kind of how's the rivalry going now after last year?
Yeah, it's real good that we were able to get that done, but we kind of just to move past it now. We're ready to just get ready for the season, trying to get better every day. But one thing we're more focused on is just winning the East. We're trying to do everything that we need to do to win the East, put us in the best situation, and we're just focusing on that first game as of right now.
How do you make sure you get to that goal of winning the East?
We just got to come every day ready to get better. We can't get happy. We can't get complacent with how the season's going. I feel like we found ourselves doing it at times last year, and we'll fight through adversity and get through it, but we don't need to put ourselves in those type of situations ourselves. Other teams are going to create adversity for us already, so we just need to be able to know that we're all one, and we don't need to put it on ourselves.
It seems like when the East is your players' mantra this season. Is that something that you talked about? Is that the main focus also? How do you think you stack up against other teams in the SEC East?
That's something that we believe in. That's something that we talk about every day. All our team, everybody on the team knows that's our goal as a team, and that's what we want to do. So you probably heard that a lot today, but that's our team goal. That's what we want to do. And as far as stacking up against other teams, this is the SEC. Like, we know it's gonna be dog fights every week, but we just look for the next game, and no matter who we play, we just come out there. We try to do our best, play hard, use urgency, and just play fast.
I want to ask you about one of your recent teammates, John Terry. What is Oklahoma getting in him? Is there a memory that you have of him that maybe stands out about what he's like?
Oh yeah, that's my dog. That's my man. It's like he lived right next door to me. So in our house, it's like he lived right next door. So it was cool just to be able to, want him to do his own thing. I'm happy for him. Again, a great dude, real great guy on the field and off the field. He's going to work hard. He's going to be able to do what he do. He's going to always just push himself to be better every day. And I'm happy for him. I hope he do big things there.
Omari, everybody always talks about winning a division, winning this, winning a championship in the off season. When did it become more realistic for you guys? Thinking back to when you first got to Tennessee, Coach always talks about hoping and believing and expecting. When did this become kind of a real reality, a realistic expectation?
Yeah, that's something that we pride ourselves on. So it started, I would say, last year was that was our goal. We pushed for that last year. We didn't accomplish our goal last year, but this offseason has been something that we talk about every team meeting. Are you a team that hopes, believes, or expect? And we're a team, I feel like, that we expect to win. We go out there every week, we rely back on our training, rely back on what we do as a team. And it's just been really good. Hopefully we're just going to continue to grow as a team, and we're just trying to get better every day.
In year one with Coach Heupel, did you guys expect, or were you just hoping at that point?
We were a team that we hoped, but as the season went on, we started to expect and believe, and we just bought into what Coach Heupel was telling us and bought in and trust the process and not have selfish people on the team. Everybody's just believing that what we do as a team will be good, and it's been true to say what Coach Heupel has brought to Tennessee. The culture and everything is just going to continue to grow, and we're just happy to be a part of it.
How would you all assess your ability to get after the quarterback rushing forward this offseason?
I'm glad you said that. That was something that, as a defensive line, we just want to work on more. We don't want to be able to have to bring pressures. We want to be able to rush forward and just be able to do what we do. So we've been working with trainers. We work with our coaches, us out there on the field ourselves, and it's just we focus on improving pass rush moves, working on counter moves, how to read different stances, different sets, everything that goes into play, because it's not all about just rushing the quarterback. It's everything. You got to know, I need to know where the linebacker is going to be. If it's DBs blitzing off the edges, so I know I can work outside or I have to stay inside. It all plays hand in hand. So this offseason, we really just been focusing a lot on just the little things, those small details, the attention to details, because that's something we noticed last year, that we just had a lot of miscommunications where we might not have got beat off of them, but still, just as far as us being out there, we know this was a miscommunication, this was an error, we need to fix this, and that's something that we've just been really locked in on this offseason.
On the notion of hope to expect, why do you guys expect to make kind of a leap defensively this fall?
We expect just to show how much we've grown on and off the field. That's something that, as Tennessee, everyone knows that we're always trying to show who we are off the field. We're good men off the field, and we try to be good men on the field as well. But we just want to continue to show we work on our 4-man rush. Our linebackers are working on everything they need to work on. Our DBs are working on everything they need to work on. And we're just working all together just to be able to show that we've improved, that we're one defense.
Was there a single game, that you can kind of look back on, whether it was last season or before that, where you guys were able to kind of make that turn from hope to expect under Heupel?
I know definitely. I would say just after last season, after not this past season, but the first season with Hype. After that season, everyone was like, "Oh, we can really do something special here." Like, we didn't really believe in ourselves, but now we expect. We come in every day like knowing what we're gonna do, knowing how to attack the day, and knowing just we got to get better. We can't get complacent.
Omari, last couple days ago, J.C. Latham in Alabama was talking about kind of what you guys did against them in October. There was a lot of chaos. It was the most undisciplined they had been all year. What do you remember about that game in particular, facing Alabama? What kind of led to making them undisciplined and the domination that kind of you guys showed that day?
We just went into the game saying we're going to do what we do. We're going to be who we are. We told everyone on the team understood that they didn't need to be a hero. Everyone understood that we needed to go in and do your job, because once you become a hero and you're trying to be selfish, that's not who we are, and you don't win games that way. And we understood that Alabama was a great team coming in. It's a rival game. It's going to be hostile for both teams just because they have fans there, we have fans there. So it was just a good whole environment. We was just happy. I was happy to be a part of that environment. But like I said, going into that game, we just knew that everything needed to be locked in. You needed to make sure every week that's just the next game on the schedule, and it was Alabama. But we knew that we had to be locked in on what we needed to do.
So it wasn't one thing in particular, just the game as a whole?
Yeah, I feel like it was just the game as a whole. We understood what was at stake, everything that was going on, and we just talked about that everybody needs to do their jobs and no one needs to try to be a hero.
Omari, you really worked on your body in the spring, really got stronger. Where are you at in terms of that, continuing to improve?
I'm still trying to get bigger, still trying to get stronger, lose a little weight always. I feel like there's nothing wrong with just finding that good weight, that sweet spot. I feel like I found that sweet spot, but I still just, working just to see different things, while working out in the off season, how I feel at different weights. And I feel like I just, gonna end up finding that good weight once camp starts. Just being able to work out, go through camp, see where I hold up, where I play good at. If I feel like I'm getting knocked around a little bit, put some more weight on. Just all that whole area. I just continuing to grow in the area, but as well as continuing to improve footwork, hands, all that. Just focus on the small things.
What does Coach Carter tell you that your potential is as a football player?
He preaches my potential to me all the time. And Coach G, he's a person who he never wants you to get complacent, no matter what you do, what people say. Like, he never wants you to get complacent. He's always going to push you to be better than what you were the day before, and that's just the type of person he is.
Coach Heupel talked about how much you've improved as a vocal leader. How much emphasis did you put on that?
It was something that I really just needed to work on, because I understood that I was a leader for this team, but I'm kind of a quiet guy. I stay to myself, and I don't really talk as much, but I expect people to follow me just because I do the right things around campus. I do the right things in school, in the facility. But just having different meetings and stuff with Coach Hype, that's something that he's expected of me, just to be more vocal. And I make sure I put myself in different situations where I have to be more vocal, where I have to be uncomfortable. Because that's something like Coach G, he always puts us in uncomfortable situations because he wants you to be uncomfortable in order to be comfortable. He don't want you to get complacent. So I feel that's somewhere I just needed to grow, and I feel like I've grown in that, and just gonna have to continue to grow as the season goes, especially once adversity is gonna hit us in the season, because it's gonna happen, but we just have to be able to attack it and know that we're playing for each other beside us.
How critical was it beating Florida last year for this program?
It was a big win for our program. We understand that had not happened in a while, but we understand that we don't want that to be the last time it happens. We still are coming in. Once we get to that game, we'll worry about it then. But right now, we just really focused on that first game. But we understand that was a big win for our program.
For the fans, right?
Yeah, for the fans. It's almost everything for the fans. Because the fans, but our fans, we love our fans. They support us so much, and no matter how games go, they continue to support us. They continue to show out, and it's just a true blessing to be a part of this fan base, which I think is the best.
What's it like going against a Heupel offense, do you think, for another team?
Oh, it's for another team, I'm pretty sure it's difficult because we go against it every day at practice and we get tired at times. They get tired, but at the time, like, we understand we got to keep pushing, and that's something that we really just focus on. Like, when they start going fast, that we need to continue to just keep getting better and keep pushing.
How streaky that Alabama rivalry has been just historically, with things go back and forth kind of on decades. Do you feel like the Tennessee program's in the spot now to run off a bunch of wins in a row there?
Yeah, I feel like we just gonna, when it's time to play on Thursday in October, I feel like we'll have a good week. We'll just lock in, focus on what we need to focus on. But right now, we want to get to Nashville, that first game against Virginia. That's what we most excited for.
You talked about that end of the 2021 season was when you guys realized you could kind of start, believing. Just Coach Heupel said that he didn't think about not going to a bowl game that year because he think the guys that stayed deserved it. How big was that and kind of the belief for you guys?
Yeah, it was big. It was big for us just being able to, that year, that was my first bowl game. Yeah, I was playing in college, so just being able to be in that situation, I enjoyed it a lot, and I understand that Coach Hype really pushed for us and really wanted us to just get the best out of that year, and he really did that. I feel like that just shows who he is. It shows the people we have at Tennessee and our administration, and it just shows that we're just all a family and we're all one of the best for everyone in the facility.
That go a long way in his staff winning you guys over pretty early on.
Yes, sir, it did. It just showed that, and when Coach Hype first got there, actually, he won a lot of us over just because he understood we didn't automatically trust who he was and he didn't know who we were. So it's just the fact that, like, he came in knowing that, and he showed that who he is, what you see is what you get every day. He's the same guy, and it's just amazing to have a coach like Coach Hype who actually believes in what he's saying to us, believes in the players, believes in the people in the program, and just being able to really put us in the best situations to improve ourselves.
What do you think Josh Joseph is capable of this year?
I think Josh Joseph is very capable of doing a lot of positive things for us. He's the type of guy who's going to continue to grow. He's going to work. He's going to do everything he has to do to be on the field. So I'm very excited. You've seen a glimpse of it, but I'm very excited, hopefully, that he'll be able to get more into the rotation this year and actually compete, you know what I mean? So I'm just happy for Josh Joseph, and I'm proud to just see what he do this year.
What was the biggest reason you decided to stay rather than even consider going in the draft?
Yeah, the biggest reason I felt like there was more to my game that needed to be improved, and just talking to Coach G, getting a chance to just have a great relationship with him. He agreed with me as well, and I know Coach G, he wouldn't put me in no bad situation. So just being able to talk to him and have that relationship, and as well, I had not graduated yet. And that's something that I want to do. I want to be closer to, at least closer to graduating or graduated. So that's just something that I wanted to do.
You're a media major, right?
Yes, you said what, my bad?
Media major?
Yes, sir. Journalism and electronic media.
So what does it mean to be a part of all this, experiencing it? And like when you were a little guy, did you even envision it? And also related to that, who was the best Whitehaven Cowboys player?
I feel like I'm the best Whitehaven Cowboys player. But,
better than Smalls?
Yeah, but it's just fun just being able to see it on both sides, because right now I'm actually in an internship with Vols Films at my school, and we're able to just, deal with different things, and I'm able to see what they do on the daily behind the scenes, and then so getting a chance to get in front of the camera now and just talk and understand, it's just, I feel like it brings me an all-around joy, because it's different things that I learned throughout classes, interview prep, just talking to people, just be yourself. Don't get up here, don't be nervous, just be who you are. And that's something I really learned, but I really appreciate y'all being here and me being here as well.
When Coach Heupel came in, obviously you guys were playing as a program. What was his message then, and why do you think y'all have been able to get back as quick as you have since he's been?
His message was just that we gonna change the culture, and I feel like everyone wanted change. Everyone wants to be a part of change, and we understood everyone who was there was gonna be a face in that part and being a part of that change. And that's people who are still there now, people who have gone to the league now. We believe that we are still changing the culture at Tennessee. It's not fully built. We understand that we feel that we have come and been back, and we feel that we've shown different glimpses, but we don't get complacent as a team, and we just want to continue to grow.